We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based.
Hi Mario, hi Sylvia, hi Princess, how are you guys?
How's it going?
Hello, I'm good. Very good.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what do we have today? So Sylvia, would you like to start?
Absolutely. So to start off, we have a three-part question. So the first question says, what does it actually means to be part of one's profession under the EB1A standard? The second question is, how is that assessed, and how do you differentiate someone who truly qualifies from someone who is just, about average? And the follow-up question can
Hang
be,
on. Let us take it one part at a time. You said that
okay.
what does it actually mean to the top of one's profession under the EB1A standard? That's the whole question. Now, let me put it this way: that when we talk about somebody being at the top, I mean, normally we associate themselves with knowledge. I mean, person is very knowledgeable. The person is, kind of, highly influential in his knowledge. But remember, when it comes to EB1A, first of all, let's understand it is not about you being at the top of your profession. It's about you being top in your expertise. What level you are in your organization or anything does not matter for the EB1A purpose. It can be happening. We have seen actually that people with $1 million salary may not get through, but people with 150K or 200K or little more, can get through. In fact, people with lesser salaries have also got it through. Actually, let's be, kind of clear about it. So, number one is it's not about your profession; it's about your expertise. Number two is that what does it mean to be really at the top? You see, please understand one thing. When we say it's an expertise, okay, it is at the top of your expertise. What do experts do? Experts always solve problems. They don't demonstrate knowledge. So the question is not about you kind of giving or dispensing knowledge that you possess or you think you have, or that you're distributing or kind of preaching in some kind of a way of a knowledge. It's about what is the impact you are creating in somebody's life. So EB1A is not about influence. EB1A is not about knowledge. It's actually about the impact you can create on somebody's life by virtue of your expertise. What changes that you have made. I typically would ask a question that how would the world look like if you were not even born? I mean, that's the kind of answer. I mean, this is a deep philosophical question. It may sound a bit esoteric. I mean, you don't really have to answer it for the purpose of EB1A, and but that's the one way to begin with actually. If you are doing a routine task which is just repetitive years after years, which can be replicated, I mean, absolutely, there is no way in which this could qualify for EB1A, even if you may be highly knowledgeable. And that's why, otherwise, if that were the case, then every degree holder or a PhD would possibly get it. But EB1A is a very interesting, kind of a recognition, wherein it is given to people who make an impact. That's why it is called extraordinary. The difference between, I mean, there is another category called EB2, which is called exceptional category. So difference between extraordinary and exceptional is the fact that exceptional people, okay, are truly knowledgeable in their field, okay, and extraordinary people use that knowledge to create an impact on somebody else's life. Very simple. I cannot see anybody getting EB1A if they have not created an impact in the field or in somebody's life. I mean, that's the way I would like to put it. And so this is what means you being at the top. More people you create impact or in the field, better you have an opportunity to get EB1A. And this is assessed by the knowledge that you possess, the work that you have done, and the impact that you have created. I hope this makes sense. And what's the follow-up question, Syria, you are talking about?
Okay, so the follow-up question says, can your program help me get to that level? I'm seeking the kind of strategic guidance that builds my profile, uncovers the right opportunities, and sets the foundation for a career of long-term impact and recognition.
Absolutely. I like the word impact, which is there in this at the question here. And I read this in a very tooth-comb manner actually. Definitely, this program is actually meant to be a transformation program that puts you on a success path where EB1A becomes a milestone for you. If that's the kind of a vision that you are wanting to have, definitely EB1A and the Next League program is for you. And we have helped people out of all our achievers. Maybe 10, 15 of them would have been very at a level wherein they could have got EB1A, but in terms of their time frame, it would have been different. Let's get that. So remember that at the end, I would just like to say that there are three factors or three dimensions for you to get EB1A. The first is your expertise. You have to be an expert in your field. Okay? If you don't are an expert, then learn, and learn. Second is you understand EB1A jurisprudence. More you understand, better it is for you. So you understand that what is the philosophy, what are the criteria meant for, from where do the criteria come. And at the last is learning how to present yourself, how to draft expert opinion letters, how to draft recommendation letters, how to draft a petition, how to identify the best lawyer who can be an advocate for you. So we teach you all these three dimensions for you becoming successful in the program. I hope this makes sense for you. Okay, so that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So okay, so wish you all the best, and anybody who is like, this is how it means to the top of the profession. And if you want to ask more questions, please reach out to Celia. We'll be more than happy to kind of help you. So what's the next question actually? Princess.
Another questions that we have here. I had an EB1A green card approved back in 2013 under the extraordinary researcher category. However, due to some serious family health issues, I had to leave the US and return back to India. Since then, my green card has expired. Given my current situation, I'm wondering, is it possible to reapply under EB1A? Would love to hear your thoughts. Have you seen or handled cases like this before?
Yeah, I'm aware of one particular case that was in a similar situation. Someone had gotten EB1A but had to it got expired or lapsed because the person could not stay in the USA because he got transferred and he was not aware of the protocols that need to be followed. Definitely, one can apply and one can achieve the extraordinary ability status. But remember, you will have to recalibrate your eligibility once again. That's the first and foremost thing, which I feel that it should not be very difficult in that sense. Now, the question here is that there is some little edge that you might have than other people because you already got EB1A approved before, so the sustained acclaim would not be a challenge. Another thing, how you can leverage your EB1A. I mean, you need to work with a lawyer. If you want me to help you out, we can definitely do that for you. What you need to do is, in this particular case, you can use your past EB1A as the award possibly under the award category itself. Actually, that it was awarded to you based on your competence. And you will have to talk about the criteria, what criteria got approved. And again, it can be compared at a one-time price, or it can also compare at a price which is lower, both the categories, and also give the actual criteria also where you want to reapply. Establishing your fitness in terms of how you will use your EB1A and benefit to the USA. So I don't see that as a challenge, but your case is indeed one of the beautiful cases. I can see that actually. And if you need more help, please reach out to Princess or any one of us. We'll be more than happy to help you. And unfortunately, because what happens is there are a lot of people who might lose their green card because of the travel situations or otherwise. This does not mean that you cannot have hope again. You can definitely do that. And next time, if somebody is in this situation, there are certain ways in which you can ensure that it is not lost. So definitely, we can try to help you out there. So please reach out to us. We will be more than happy to help you. Okay? Wonderful. Yes, Mario, what's the next question?
Yeah, so the next question was asked to me recently on Messenger. They said, hey, Mario, if I'm 6 to 12 months away from being EB1A ready, would joining the next league be worth joining since I'm close to finishing my profile?
You say, again, let's go back to the first question that when you say that your profile, what do you mean by that? Have you you think you have reached to a level of top 10% or 1% in your field of expertise? How are you assessing that? What are the parameters that you are using it actually? So remember, Next League program is not only about your expertise, it's also about understanding EB1A. And the last thing is about is also about how to learn to present yourself. So in Next League, you get all the three dimensions. We have certain tools and techniques to assess you for the purpose of your EB1A readiness. And, we kind of, once you are in, you will understand the nature of learning that happens and evolves in this entire aspect actually here. So definitely it would be helpful for you if you are looking at moving to the next level actually here. At Next League, remember one thing, that we have a particular model that speaks about 5 dimensions of your own expertise and learning. Fulfilling the criteria is only the first dimension. What is the national interest that you are bringing on the table? What is the impact in the regulations that you are creating? How you are influencing your field, and what is the intergenerational legacy that you are leaving behind? These are all factors have to be taken into account when you say that you are ready for EB1A. So once you are able to reach that level, I think you will be good to file. So reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to kind of help you out. So let's move to the next question. Yeah.
Absolutely. So an anonymous user asks, what role does mindset plays in this journey, and how do you help maintain motivation in the Next League program?
I think that's a beautiful question, actually. In fact, the entire Next League program is about maintaining a right mindset. Also, let me tell you, I mean, EB1A is just a kind of a milestone in you. We have a certain model called emotional resilience has to be maintained at a highest level possible. We have certain metrics where we try to evaluate every individual in the program to a particular level. There is a built-in accountability that we want to maintain. It's not about you trying to fit into the criteria. We say that you need to, because it's like learning to climb the Mount Everest actually. I mean, sometimes we feel that, it's just about learning certain tricks of the trade and then doing it, but it is not the case. One really needs to put in the most sincere efforts to make things happen for yourself. We do this by virtue of, certain accountability being built in, certain motivation tools and techniques that we do. Remember, there is also a community that is supporting you in this entire case. You can't talk about your, EB1A or immigration journeys with your just friends and families. You think, however close they might be, but here is a community that is robustly supporting you for your green card journey and your EB1A journey, the entire thing. And there are a lot other tools and techniques in terms of your time management, in terms of your, learning and developing new skills that will help you to become EB1A. When you talk of motivation, let's look at it. Demotivation comes either from an imposter syndrome, or it comes from a premises that you feel you cannot do anything. And consistency is the key in terms of EB1A, and we definitely help you for that actually. So that's why this is a transformation coaching program where, EB1A is a milestone in your entire journey, and that's what we like to do that for you. So yes, we help you to do that actually in this particular manner. Okay? Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yes, Princess.
Another question, do I need to be at the top of my profession to apply, or just above average? Follow up, can you help me get to the top of my profession by joining this program? I am looking for the right guidance that will help overall in profile building, finding these opportunities, and really shape my future career.
I think this is the same question in a very different form actually. Definitely, it's not about profession, it's about expertise. I will not, spend more time on this. I think we need to refer to the first question. But yes, definitely we can help. And one just needs to, put sincere effort in that. And what does top of the expertise means? I've already mentioned that. It's about trying to help and creating an impact on the life of others. Yeah, let's move to the next question.
Absolutely. So the next one is from an anonymous user. They said, do I need to hire an attorney if I'm working with your program? And what do you not handle that my attorney must take care of?
You see, remember one thing, that Next League is an ABS firm. It means that we can also serve as a legal entity with approval from Supreme Court of Arizona. And so there are two divisions in the program. One is a coaching division and second is a legal division. Now, your question is that if you join our program as definitely we can help you to represent you also, which is definitely possible. But in case you are keen to not to go to any other, attorney and want us to do that, we can do that for you. Now, your next question, I think your question also stems from the fact that whether you can do a self-petition. Well, definitely, there are some students who have tried doing that and they have done that successfully. And you can do that. and we might be able to help in case you are interested still. But we always strongly advise to take a legal advice wherever possible. Uh, I mean, you don't have to hire an attorney to give a short answer. You don't have to hire an attorney if you are kind of doing this, because you will learn all the tools as well as we can represent you also. Yeah. So, what's the next question?
So the next question someone asked, I know this may be a broad question, but how do you score or evaluate someone's profile to determine readiness? Is it possible to see where I excel just by looking at my professional resume, or do I need to provide more evidence?
You see, it's a your readiness is one. Readiness is has multiple dimensions. The first is your expertise. How good expert you are. Your resume is a more reflection of your work journey. Let's understand. It does not really show the impact of the work that you have done. The second is by looking at your. You see, we assess people based on only three parameters. We can't assess people for their readiness because that's what we are here for. We can assess people based on three things. Number one is your expertise. Sorry. I mean, this is not. This is for EB1A. You get your apply. You can apply for your EB1A based on your expertise, your understanding of immigration law, and third is learning how to present yourself. But when we assess you at the time of you joining the program, we can assess you only on the basis of your professional standards. Number two is whether you can commit 10 to 12 hours of time. And the third is, are you coachable? And we have seen people that who are 26-year-old, 28-year-olds, 30-year-olds getting EB1A, getting 50-year-olds getting EB1A. And at the same time, people who are not coachable, who don't put in the efforts, they struggle a lot also actually. So the key point here is that are you enough motivated to do things what are required to be done for you to become EB1A? I think just by looking at your profile, it doesn't tell us whether you will be a good coachable student for the purpose of EB1A. And if you are talking from a perspective of you getting ready for your application for filing, in that particular case, we need to kind of understand a lot more dynamics about you in terms of what expertise are we talking about. The readiness for somebody who is a rocket scientist would be very different than a product manager, for example. So, I mean, it's a very relative concept that is there. Unless and until we have somebody in sciences, for example, one of the students had reached out to us. He was working in Switzerland. There is an organization called CERN, he was in the team of people who had identified a God's particle actually, way back in early to the mid 2000s. So those kind of profiles are very different, wherein we can look at them. But ordinarily for people who are in corporate or something, I think we need to do a little more deep dive actually for this. So now let's take another question.
All right, next question is, do you help with creating my personal narrative or petition letter?
Absolutely. I mean, there are two aspects to it. We teach you all the tools and techniques which are required to be done. Then you can work with an attorney. And if you want us to serve as your attorney, our team of legal professionals will help you for that also. Actually, definitely. To answer your question, the answer is yes, absolutely. It's a complete A to Z one-stop shop for your EB1A journey. Actually, for your American dream. Absolutely. Yeah. What's the next question?
So the next question is, what kind of milestones or deliverables should I expect as part of this EB1A coaching journey?
Can you repeat your question, Mario?
Yeah. So it asks, what kind of milestones or deliverables should I expect as part of this EB1A coaching journey?
Absolutely. There are 4 pillars for your EB1A journey. The first is defining your expertise. Because many people commit a mistake of identifying themselves with a job, profession, or a qualification, which is not the right way. So the right way to do that is to kind of go for your expertise. The second would be to identify the right criteria. 2 people with same expertise may not have the same criteria. So rather than just trying to go for citations, get for research papers, it may not be the right way to do. So depending on your expertise, what will suit best the criteria according to your temperament and your style. For example, somebody who is good at writing research, so maybe research article might be a good idea. For somebody, it may not serve the best thing. So that is identifying the right criteria. Second step, we need to identify the gaps which are there. So we try to help you gaps and then nurture the profile. So in terms of milestones, again, if you need to have some media, if you need to have some, kind of speaking engagement, you want to learn how to speak. We'll teach you rather than you just doing random hackathons or random writings and just reaching out to people. So that will help you for that. And the last milestone would be execute. In terms of your execution, rather than just going to a lawyer with your resume or just saying that, well, I want to do it, or reaching out to people for recommendation letters, you learn exactly the structure that has worked. We would have studied over 1,000 cases, met at least 100 achievers. 50 of them are from approximately 50 are from our own program. So we help you to achieve that actually. So in terms of, how to draft letters, how to identify the attorney who can be your best advocate for the entire EB1A. So the milestones are these 4 pillars that help you to do that actually. And there are various another granularities that has helped over 50 achievers and to achieve their EB1A success. Okay, and let's take the last question now.
Absolutely. So someone asked, I'm looking for for a coach that can hold my hand during the process and show me what works best. What kind of accountability or feedback can I expect from you from your program week to week?
Definitely, we have a complete charter of an agenda that is planned out. It's like attending the Next League program is going back to school. So we have a particular curriculum-based approach for this particular case. If you want, we can kind of send you the details and the brochures and how it has helped others and certain testimonials that has helped thousands of people to achieve success. And we will help you in the best possible way. So reach out to us, reach out to Syria, reach out to Princess, reach out to Mario or I. We'll be more than happy to kind of do that actually here. Okay, and is there any other question left for the day?
I think we have a last question here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I see a bunch of opportunities out there that look like they can help, but can unpaid or volunteer work strengthen the EB1A profile?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have said this before also. For EB1A, is nothing about paid or unpaid. The impact, what matters is what is the impact of your work. I mean, again, that would come with the question. The law doesn't discriminate, but yes, you have to be cautious that if you are working somewhere, whether it is paid or unpaid, you are following. And if you are in the USA, you have a proper authorization for doing that actually. So that's what our advice is. I mean, follow the rule of law, which is very, very important. Okay, so I think that's all I have, friends, for today. So wish you all the best. And if you have more questions, please reach out to Princess Syria or Mario and or I, and we'll be more than happy to, or visit www.nextleagueprogram.com. We'll be there to assist you in all possible way. Wish you all the best and have a wonderful Saturday. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any further questions or need personalized guidance, please reach out to us. We are here to help you every step of the way in your journey towards achieving your American dream. Let's connect and make it happen together.